So, good morning, everyone. It is July 11th, and Chicky Babes are having their breakfast and of carrots and coleslaw. And we had a surprise yesterday morning. Somebody, and we still have not figured out who, is learning to crow. Is it you, Bubbles? We kind of think it's Snow, the white one, but we haven't seen it yet, but we've heard it. And so somebody's learning how to crow, which means the ladies will start laying eggs pretty soon. So Chicky Babes are growing up. But it's so funny. So I'm hoping to be able to catch the crower. Hi, Elvis. Good morning. Good morning, Elvis. How are you? But it was so funny yesterday morning. I came out and Justin said, I think one of the chickens is trying to crow. And just as he said that, I heard it. But I haven't heard it this morning. I've been listening. So I guess there's nothing to crow about. Well, the wind is blowing and it's blowing the door. But just wanted to do a quick video of the Chicky Babes having breakfast and tell you the good news about somebody's learning to crow. And pretty soon, Justin will have the finishing touches on the first building, quote unquote, that's gonna go into the garden house, and we're gonna move the Chicky Babe mansion into it. And for a while, they're just gonna have the free run of that space. And they will probably, I'm thinking, within 3 weeks, may have some eggs. We will definitely have a rooster identified. May have 2 roosters, but right now I think there was only one. Smoke and Snow may be the roosters, but we'll see. we started doing the videos, Buttercup, the red one, was the biggest chicken, and all the others were about the same size. Well, then they all kind of caught up, and now Buttercup's getting bigger. Yes. And Elvis is the smallest, and Snow seems to be thinning down, but the body shape and the body size is the same as the others. What do you guys see? Oh, and something else interesting happened yesterday. It was about 5:20 in the afternoon, and I was hanging out here at the chicken coop because I had bought, I think that's when I first got the crickets. I put the crickets in, and they were just, kind of pecking around. And then everybody got up on that second floor, laid down all together, and started to take a nap, which is not unusual. Well, all of a sudden, everybody's head lifted up and looked off toward southeast, I think, the southwest, and they were like statues. And nobody said a word, but they all lifted their heads up. They got in alert mode, and they just sat there still for a long time. And then later that evening, I got online and found there had been an earthquake alert, and the epicenter was at that time, or the earthquake was at that time, and the epicenter was 45 miles from here. Now I was sitting here, and it was a good one. It was maybe a 4.2, it was a little roller. And if I'd have been sitting real still, I might have felt it. But being 45 miles away, that's a little far. But I think the chickens detected it. And they were on alert for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then they all laid back down and took a nap. So I thought that was interesting. They love their carrots, but I have to be careful not to feed them too many. because they poop orange. And the other day, Justin cooked corn on the cob on barbecue. So Cheeky Babes got some more corn on the cob that they love. So far, I have found carrots and corn on the cob is their favorite. They're still not sure what to do with the crickets, but it's weird. Canned crickets. So let's put a few more out there. You want some? There you go. Canned crickets. Think it's weird, but they like it. What you looking at? Hmm? Let's see. Hi, Buttercup. Okay. Hi, Buttercup. What you guys looking at up there? Gonna pull that tray down from the top today and fix up their dust bath. And then hopefully by the end of today, we'll be moving the coop over into the garden house slash chicken run, beginnings thereof. And we'll be able to let them run around a little bit more. But we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Because there's still a lot of work to be done on it. And I believe we gotta go buy a few more parts. See the way the snow? He stands around looking. think he's the rooster. So I'm going to spend a little more time holding him and petting him so he doesn't get too aggressive toward me. He kind of keeps everybody else in line, which again tells me he may be the rooster. But I need to spend more time with him. You know, it's funny, I never noticed. I know on Dandy Bird, now he's a cockatiel, and when he eats, his crop, the whole chest gets full. But on these chickens, it's always the one side. So I'm going to have to pull up a chicken anatomy picture because it looks like the crop on a chicken is all on their right hand side. Because I've never seen them bulging out on the left. It's always on the right. Isn't it, Buttercup? Is that where your crop is? And by this evening, as long as everything all works out well, I should have my Starlink up and running, and I can upload faster. Because right now, the only way I can upload is by going into town or driving down to the end of the road, or I can hop off, my neighbor's internet. But I don't like to take advantage of that because uploading the videos takes a lot of gigabytes. So, and then I can also start doing more editing of my videos. There's everybody hanging out in the corner again. What y'all doing? The wind's not blowing so bad today, huh? Now we are gonna start having some high 90s, low hundreds starting Sunday through Wednesday this week. So, gonna have to go into town pretty often and get ice, put ice in their water barrel and ice in their pan down here they can walk around in. And they'll have shade in their new house by then too. Hi, Chicky babes. We don't like the crickets so much, huh? They seem to pick them up and put them back down. But they go after the flies, and they go after the stink bugs. Yep, did you get it? Maybe it's because they're dead. They don't like the dead ones, they want the live stuff. That could be. I was hoping we'd catch the new rooster trying to crow. Now, I didn't hear anything this morning. Justin may have. But I am not that far away. So, did you hear any crowing this morning? No?
Nope, none at all.
Well, hi, little dog. How are you? How you doing? Little dog? Are you getting in trouble this morning? I saw you doing your zoomies. Alrighty, everyone. So we've had our little zen time with the chickens. And I got some stuff to do. So I need to go. Won't be too long where I might be able to figure out how to do live chicken cam. What do you think about that, you guys? That's the generator. He just turned on the generator. So I'd like to set up a live chicken cam so you can watch them for a while. Chicky Babe Cam. And I saw a sign said chicks $5. And my first thought was, well, we're in Nevada, so I guess it's a lot cheaper here in California. See, peck at those crickets and kinda, nah. Alright, everyone. I hope you had a good evening. Have a great rest of your day. I'll probably be back in a little while because I still want to do my rant video over the uh, what they call it, they made us put that star on our driver's licenses, turn in all kinds of real ID stuff, and, to do all that. And I want to know why. Because I went to the DMV here in Nevada, and I went through all that real ID stuff in California. Well, they're making me do it again here. Before I can get, I can get a driver's license, but there's no real ID on it. So what's, so frustrating. And she said it was one of the politicians here in Nevada who decided that he wasn't going to accept real ID from other states. If we moved here, you had to prove it all again. That's ridiculous. Once you've done it once somewhere, and everyone's asking for the same information. It's not like, they changed the rules or they changed, what part of your ID they want to see. No, they're just duplicating it again. So there's my rant. And I'm going to find out who in Nevada decided that. Because that's just putting the people through a whole bunch of more red tape. And I'm also going to write President Trump, and I'll write to him, but obviously it'll be one of his cabinet members or whatever you call them, who will probably answer and look into it. But I think that should be, a nationwide rule. It is to get the real ID to get on a plane is nationwide. So why isn't, once you've got the real ID, why do you have to go from state to state and prove yourself over and over and over again? So, there's my rant. So I'm going to write a letter. We'll see what comes of it. Look at your face. You have food all over your face there, Blossom. Or Bubbles. I'm sorry, Bubbles. I get you and Blossom mixed up all the time. Now, it's quite possible that Bubbles she's the lighter gray one right there, or he may be a rooster, because he's got an extra claw. And it's my understanding that they, that's nice, right on camera. They cut off the dew claws when the chicks are born. But that may not be a universal thing. Oh, look at down there, laying down, taking a nap. Alright, everyone. That's my rant. So now I have to go find my birth certificate and my marriage certificate and my social security card and 2 proofs of addresses, which is very interesting because I guess I could take down deed to my property and I don't know what else. How you doing, Bubbles? Okay, everyone. It's been a half an hour, so I'm going to close this out. Go down, go. See if I can't get the Starlink up and running. And then later on this afternoon, we'll do a walkabout on the property and you can see all the different things that Justin's been working on. He's kind of going back and forth. He'll work on one project, he'll go work on the other. It's been going great. I'm very happy. But at night it's quiet. I almost couldn't sleep because it was so quiet last night. Too funny. Alright, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Prayers and good wishes. I thank you to all my new subscribers. I have had several new people come in and subscribe, and welcome. We'll be wandering around the property. Woof! What are you woofing? Yeah? Welcome to all my new subscribers. And we'll see you later this afternoon. Remember, God is good and He's got everything under control. Love y'all. Catch you next time.